Howdy y'all, welcome back to the W. Let's see if this old M right here got any plow left in him. Come on y'all. Let's see if you gonna crank this morning, old girl. Choke on. Gas on. Wait for just a second. Let's start getting some gas in the bowl. Good. So last week I ended up having to rebuild this carburetor on this M. Well, over the weekend I worked with it and worked with it and worked with it and reset it and got it to where it was running really good. But one thing that I didn't do was put the little breather tube on right here. Well, by not putting that on, of course, all my settings was wrong. But now, we're trying to reset this M so it actually runs good, because she is not wanting to run this moment. She's popping and banging and just all kinds of nasty stuff. So, we're going to reset it again. We're going to throw some hydraulic fluid in it and reset the carburetor, get her running back right. Hopefully we'll get a plow hooked up to her, and hopefully she'll pull it. adjusted okay. Still not exactly right, but it might do for now. Pretty much what all I was doing. This right here is your main jet, and factory settings, according to some experts, this right here is all the way in and then 3 complete rotations out. So that's what I did, and of course every motor is different. You have to adjust to what yours will be running at. And then these two right here is your idle speed, and this is your idle air fuel mixture. So when you're at idle, this right here will help you control your idle, and this right here will help you to smooth it out. And that's pretty much what I was doing. You can hear me. I would give it gas all the way, and pretty much what I was trying to simulate is the governor kicking in. The governor giving it more gas, air fuel mixture, you know, and so it could pick up that RPM, that horsepower, to take whatever you're doing, you know, whether it be pulling a disc or a plow, whatever. That's what I was trying to simulate. Hopefully we got it close enough. Is it right? No. Not at all. But is it close enough to try to get a plow in the ground this morning? I think so. So we're gonna try it. If it ain't, we'll just work on it some more. Plain and simple. These old tractors, you can't expect to get on them and just run them just like a brand new one. These things sometimes can be finicky. You know, sometimes you get on them and they work great. Next time you get on them and you just don't understand why you bought the thing. So y'all hang in there. We about to try to hook up a plow, see if we can get the plow in some ground. Before we get started plowing all this stuff, I just want to show y'all, you know, last time y'all saw this, I told you we hadn't had rain in a while. And since then, we've had, I think, maybe 3 good rain showers. And now, just look at the soil. Look at the difference in it. That's what a difference a good rain will make. Let's see if it's tractor will turn it over. I just want to show y'all something. This right here is exactly what I wanted out of that big old plow. Sun just ain't my friend today. Whew. All right, let me show you something. Look how deep these furrows are. Hey, Daisy. We're getting down into that clay, breaking all of this mess up, trying to get some of this compaction out, trying to get some nice fluffy. You see how deep that is. Oh yeah, she's breaking up good. Now if I could just get this M to work right, we're gonna be in business. Well, as you can see, the tractor still ain't running good. So I think I'm gonna go inside and maybe eat some breakfast. Rest up a little bit, and after all, I did just get off work. Try to do some research, try to figure out what in the world's going on with this tractor. I'm in a few Farmall forums on Facebook and everything. I'll ask them. There's bound to be somebody who's done run across this problem and has got it fixed. So we'll see about it. So it's been about a week, and I had to do a lot of research. Luckily, they have this thing called the internet and YouTube now. Found a guy on YouTube who explained the problem that I was having to a T. And he said 9 times out of 10, it was your coil. 1 time out of 10, it's probably your cap. So I tested the coil with my multimeter, and my primary windings tested okay. I tested at a 3.4, which is okay. Typically what I've found, anything under 5, people say is okay. But some people say anything over 3.2 is bad. I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about coils. But I did test my secondary windings, and what I've gathered, they're supposed to read about 8,250. Mine read about 9,250. So I'm going to say I might have a bad coil. And the way that man described it was exactly what this tractor's doing. It idles just fine, and then when you give it gas, it just falls on itself. It stutters, spits, and just doesn't act right. And that's exactly what this tractor is doing. And like I said before, these tractors are old. You gotta work on them. I do not know everything about these tractors by far. If anybody got any good advice, I am open to it. Anything that make working on these old tractors a whole lot easier. But we do have a cap, we have a coil, and I have brand new spark plugs going. So let's get changing all that stuff out. Hopefully this old tractor will run a lot better. That's my part number. Let's see if we can get this thing to go back in now. Y'all excuse the wind if y'all hear any. It's the first wind we got in a little while, actually. During the summer, it seemed like the wind did not want to blow at all. And when it did blow, it's like a hairdryer blowing on you. Now, this is the cap that they gave me at Napa. That's what it looks like. Right there. We're gonna try it. And no, I do not know what these are by heart. as far as which one goes in what. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way and take them off one at a time. And just in case you was wondering, these caps have a little tab right there, and they have a little indentation down here at the bottom, so that they kind of made it dummy proof. You can't really put it on wrong. Well, obviously you probably can, but I mean, it's gonna be a lot harder to put it on wrong than it is putting it on right. See, it just slides right into that groove and it'll snap right in, just like that. And once again, we'll do these spark plugs one at a time, just because I found it's easier to do stuff one at a time, one thing at a time, than trying to get it all done at the same time and end up messing something up. And then you have a lot bigger of a problem. And that's what my spark plugs look like. You see, it's a lot of carbon buildup on it. So that's why I'm changing them out. I could probably clean these up, but we're just going ahead and got some new champions to put in there. These are the spark plugs that I got. Now, from the research I've done, there's part number. Champion seems to be the go-to when it comes to tractor plugs. I guess they fire a whole lot better. I'm not an expert, once again, and these things are not gapped. Well, at least it doesn't look like they're gapped. Or else mine was just really too far gapped. Hang on, let me get something to check this with. I got some filler gauges here. And it's supposed to be at 25 thousandths. And they should be snug, not tight, snug. Huh. 25 thousandths. They are nowhere near 25 thousandths. So we're gonna have to set the gap on these. It might have just been this one that's messed up. I'll check all of them though. It's good practice to check all your plugs before putting them in and seeing what they are. That way, you don't have a firing issue, kind of like the one that I've already gotten. And you wonder to yourself, there for now, why in the world your tractor isn't running right? Close it up just a hair, just because, there we go. That's perfect. All right, let's put this in there. So the first one may have just been dropped in the store or something like that, and the tip of it just bent. So that just proves it's good practice. Check your gap. That way you don't have one cylinder missing with brand new spark plugs, brand new coil, and a brand new distributor cap. And then you have to sit there and scratch your head asking yourself, what in the world is going on now? Alright. I'll bring y'all back when we get all of them changed. Alright, so I wanted to show y'all the importance of a sediment bowl. You see, there's a distinct line between the fuel up top and the water down at the bottom. Now, this was brand new fuel that I put in this tank, but my fuel cap leaks, so I knew it'd probably be some water and fuel. So I went ahead and was gonna drain it. It's not but a gallon or so. It's not much. So, opened it up, and I have it draining into a fuel tank to where I can separate the gas and the water later on. But this right here is why it's very important to have a sediment bowl and the correct type of sediment bowl. You see, that bowl is almost halfway full of water. Alright folks, as you can see, we're not in the same spot. I did manage to get the gas drained out of it and everything back running. Just to recap what we've done, it's the next day, the next evening, and I have actually tested the tractor. It runs like it's hot, man. So I'm gonna take you along and let's finish this field out. But we replaced the coil, we replaced the cap, we replaced the spark plugs. I also set the points in here. The points were actually set at 30 thousandths. They're supposed to be 20 thousandths. So there was a lot of little bitty stuff that probably led to this tractor just not wanting to run right at all. So now tractor runs good, and the tractor barely turns over before she cranks right on up. So come on, let's plow this field and see what we can get accomplished. Hey Daisy. Just to let y'all know, if y'all was wondering, this is a Ford 3-bottom plow. This was my granddaddy's, and this is actually my first time using this thing. So there she is. Well, folks, I think that's gonna do it for this one. As you can see, we turned over the whole field, and there were some spots that I didn't go as deep as I wanted to, but there's a lot of spots I went pretty deep. So this right here is going to turn all that nutrients over, get it all back in the ground real good, and really break that hard pan up. Because I found this year my roots just was not going down as deep as I wanted them to. So what we'll do is we'll let this field sit for a little while. Then we'll come back in here with the disc, probably on the Ferguson tractor. Because I'm not sure whether this M has enough hydraulic power to lift that big old disc. And you'll see what I'm talking about. But we're gonna let it sit, then turn it over, then probably plant a cover crop. I've been watching a few people on YouTube, and I might come back in here with some radish, and that way it can really penetrate the soil and try to break it up real good. And then a little bit of maybe winter rye to help get some more nutrients in it. And then probably some broadleaf mustards. That way it'll take care of some nematodes that we might have. It'll put a little bit of nutrients in the ground, and it'll break everything up. That's my plan. Now, is it gonna work? I don't know, but we're gonna try it. So that's what we got going on so far. And as always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, because I sure did. And we'll see you on the next one. Remember, normal's not coming back, but Jesus is. So y'all get ready. Later.